6 in a very exciting game. I do believe you were here with me for that one as well.
Yes, I was.
What's the difference maker here? What needs to get done for the Generals today in order to come back on top?
They just need to be connecting more. And I know that sounds like simple, like, oh, no, like that's obvious. But at the same time, they just came off of a 13-1 win against the Hammond Vikings, who just beat the Oilmen. And they beat the Oilmen before, so, I mean, they obviously can do it. And I wonder what this team is going to do inside the future.
Now, the Oilmen are coming off of a tough loss against the Elkhart County Miracle. The Miracle put up an amazing game. They had some returning players from last year that we hadn't seen yet this season, like Bryce Lesher, who is a major home run hitter, led the league in home runs last year, and he put one over the wall in their previous game. And they also had a former pro baller out there on the mound. And it's tough just in general for the Oilmen to put up good stats against somebody who's throwing 99 out there on the bump. 5 innings, he didn't give up a single hit. He walked one guy.
That's Juan Polo.
The Oilmen have something to prove today, proving that they still have that fight in them, and just proving that they can come out on top today, especially against this very, very tough Griffith team, because you guys are very, very consistent with the pitchers, especially that are going to be on the bump today. But for right now, we're going to take a quick little break here. We're going to be here for the national anthem. When we come back, it's the start of the game between the Oilmen and the Griffith Generals right here on the Region Sports Network.
We don't go to the office, we build it. This is a truism with Ironworkers Local 395 and the Northwest Indiana Contractors Association. Our goal is to exceed our customers' expectations. We provide a skilled, OSHA-trained, drug-free workforce, as well as many other certifications from our 4-year training program. Every time you hire an ironworker from Local 395, you should feel confident that you are receiving highly trained, highly skilled, and drug-free journeymen and apprentices who take their job and your project seriously. For more information, contact us at 219-763-7900 or ironworkers395.com.
Who is the IBEW? We're the people who bring the power to your home, the ones who make sure your phone calls and internet keep speeding along. We build things like schools and hospitals. We bring the biggest shows and sporting events to the world, keep America's railroads on the right track, help cities, states, and the federal government work for you. And we proudly build products made in the USA. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, the IBEW.
Wait! Let me help! Land of Frost! Premium meat! Delicious! And no byproducts!
Toss it in.
Et moi?
Okay.
Whee!
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
Welcome back into Oil City Stadium. First pitch about to be underway here between the Oilmen and the Generals. Seth Berquist alongside James Chalice for tonight's matchup. On the mound for the Northwest Indiana Oilmen is number 10, Jack Wilson, in his 4th start of the game. He has a 3-0 record with only 5 hits and 4 earned runs through his 12 innings pitched so far. Very, very strong starter for this Oilman team, and definitely one that the Generals are going to have to look out for in the box.
Well, I mean, this could be a pitching battle today.
It could be. The Generals will be putting out the reigning Northern League Pitcher of the Week in Brendan Smith, and he's got some hefty stats on him as well.
9 Ks in his last game.
It's a strong one.
So and I hope this is a pitcher's duel. You and I, in the last game, we thought that it was going to be a pitcher's duel.
And then we saw nearly 20 runs that game.
And then we saw it. You and I said it, the first 2 innings, pitching duel. And then, I mean, just runs and runs and runs.
It works. Yeah, it's runs and runs and runs.
17 runs
it's still fun baseball, but I think the Northern League needs a defensive matchup today. We've only seen offensive through the first half of the season. Coming into the second half, I want to see some more pitching duels. You know, we have the strong pitching staff to do it. It's just a matter of the right people having a good day at the right time.
Well, it's a whole thing of, like, I was playing baseball earlier today, so I love hitting. I had to play catcher because I didn't have a mitt for my right hand because I throw with my left. And I was sitting there playing catcher. Yeah, I like fielding and I like hitting, but I would rather bat than watch someone bat, if you know what I mean.
You're making sense.
So, like, batting is just fun to do. It's fun when you're in the game, but watching a game just have constant hits, yeah, it's fun to see, but I would much rather see just strikeouts 24/7.
Defensive alignment for the Oilmen from left to right, Kamari Thomas, Nick Upperman, and Ryan Hartz. Third to first, Hobbs Dunn, Drew Church, Ricky Robinson, and Matthew Rutke. Behind the dish, Luis Termero. Once again, Jack Wilson out there on the bump. It'll be Nick Mangano to get things started off for the Griffith Generals, playing shortstop today as we get ready to start this very exciting game. Mangano batting .400 so far on the year.
Yeah, I mean, he's been fantastic. And he's also been fantastic fielding inside that shortstop position. There's a reason why he has not lost his starting position to anyone else.
And first pitch is drilled on the right side, but landing foul. First pitch of the game at 6:34 p.m., 79 degrees here in Whiting, Indiana. Toy Story skies. And still quite a bit of ways before the sun ends up going down, but we are already playing under the lights.
Yeah, I mean, well, we will see that beautiful flame that's out there at BP.
You'll see it.
So
It's beautiful.
I mean, this backdrop is great. You and I, we were talking about it before the broadcast. And on the Voice of the Generals, they play in Highland this year. Highland has nothing on this field.
And that's a ground ball over to third. Throw to first is in time. And that marks the first out. Good play by Hobbs Dunn, playing third today. Usually a first baseman. They found a good little spot for him at third with Matthew Rutke over there at first. They need to get everybody some playing time.
I mean, but that's a hard switch. Going from first base to third base, you're usually used to catching it and catching it and catching it. You're basically like the second catcher on the team.
You're still used to those cross diamond throws, though.
Yeah,
it's not too different. If you're a corner, stay to a corner. If you're in middle, stay to the middle.
I like playing shortstop second, so I guess it'd be somewhat of the same thing. I don't know how you played catcher. Like I played.
It takes an arm. It takes an arm because I mean you're grabbing guys stealing all the time. You got to whip it down. But
I don't know how you played it. It's so hard to track a ball.
And DJ Delaria pops that one up in the air. It looks like it's going to land into the stands. It just hits the netting and scares a fan out there next to the Generals dugout. So DJ Delaria now in an 0-2 count.
Now, I have a question for you for when you played baseball.
Yeah.
Was it easier for you to track the ball when the pitcher throws it, or was it easier for you to track the ball when you were hitting?
I would say if I was catching, it's probably easier to track because you're head on to the ball.
Okay.
You're watching the ball come to you. And Delaria pops that one straight up in the air. It looks like it's in short. Drew Church making the call and makes the grab for the second out.
I don't know if it's because I didn't know what people were going to be throwing on why it
Yeah, that might also have something to do with it. I knew what was coming.
Yeah, I mean, so I would say like fastball or whatever, like I'd give them the signal, but they're not pitchers, so they don't throw a fastball or a curveball.
Right.
The ball is just anywhere, and I have to react quickly to it. So I feel like it's easy to hit.
Connor Jerkadis puts that one in right field and gets the first hit of the day over to Ryan Hartz. Nice little line drive. And Griffith finds their first hit here in the first inning. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Owen Bendis.
Owen Bendis is, I'd say he's a good hitter.
292 on the year.
Yeah, he's a good hitter. He's a reliable hitter, I would say.
2 extra base
so
hits out
that.
of his 7.
He's been a reliable hitter throughout the year. He was reliable in the first couple games. And then he just, didn't get inside that starting lineup for a while, but now he's back in it.
Now the 0-1, Wilson kicks, fires, outside, ball 1.
I never noticed how many American flags were in the back.
Well, we started doing that on Military Appreciation Night, and I think they've just kind of stuck around. And that's a grounder over to the second baseman. Robinson makes the throw to first, and that retires this side. Generals get a hit, but end up stranding one. It's still 0-0 here in the middle of the first. We'll be back with more Oilman baseball here on the Region Sports Network.
no one ever called it the great indoors. Get out and join us. Our hands are the tools. The outdoors is our office. And our climate control is the climate. We are the Laborers International Union of North America, the best paid, best trained construction professionals in the state. We build Indiana, and we're ready for you to come build it with us.
You guys are crushing it. See how 8 grams of healthy protein in Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasted and bread. Cheese, 10 more. Go.
I'm getting shredded.
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
These days, it's recommended that you keep your social circle small. Of course, as the original light beer, we've always recommended that. It's Miller time.
Northwest Indiana is unique. It feels like a family. I'm proud to partner with BP for small business development, for supporting homeless shelters. There are many benefits, not only for job creation, but economic growth and development, their commitment to community.
Hear more from Monica and the Whiting community at bp.com/whiting.
Welcome back to Oil City Stadium. Bottom of the first inning here between the Oilmen and the Generals. 14 innings pitched for Brendan Smith out there on the mound. This is his third start of the season, 2-1 record so far, giving up 9 hits in his 14 innings pitched with only 2 earned runs, and the reigning Northern League Pitcher of the Week. James, this guy's got strong numbers.
Oh, yeah. I love Brendan Smith. Talked to him a little bit. Got his number, so I'll text him here and there. But he's just a phenomenal pitcher. Once he gets hot, he gets going. And that was shown by his 9 strikeout performance. And I
think 5.
That was versus.
I think that was Elkhart.
It was versus Elkhart in Elkhart. It was on the road.
On the road is even more strong, too.
So, and this team has been doing fairly well on the road. They won in Elkhart they won in Elkhart at home. I'm losing my own mind. But these games are so packed in, but he's a phenomenal pitcher once he gets going. And I can't wait to see what he does today.
Defensive alignment for the Generals, Bendis, Clark, and Combs from left to right. Third to first, Amons? Amons. I'm going to get there. Mangano, Gazar, and Steinhilber at first. Jerkatis is behind the dish with Smith out there on the mound. Nick Upperman going to lead things off for the Northwest Indiana Oilmen. Upperman currently second in the league in hits with 16 and first in the league in RBI with 17. And gets strike 1 there.
And it's kind of odd to see, or to not see rather, Camden Smith sitting at third base after having an electric performance. He's on a 7-game hit streak. I didn't talk to him before the game. I believe he's not here.
It doesn't look like he's here. Upperman tied for first with triples in the league as well.
Sometimes guys can't make it here. So it's
people have busy summers, man.
It's no big deal, but I mean, I try to get myself on a 8-game hit streak and try to keep that hot, but whatever happens, happens. I mean, it's summer, you got to enjoy it. It's your little bit of time off of school.
Nick Upperman is out of St. Petersburg College. He is a Stanford, Florida resident.
Really?
Yes, sir. 1 of 2. And that one's a nice little bit of movement there. Didn't hit the plate. It's ball outside.
That was a good pitch and a good look.
That was a great pitch.
I mean, I can't believe he didn't swing at that. That's a great eye.
And the 2-2. Outside. I noticed Smith is all the way to our left side of the mound.
Yeah.
He's all the way to the left of that rubber.
And I've never noticed that before. I'm glad that you pointed that out. I wonder what could be the reason why he does that. Maybe it's just where he's comfortable.
And Upperman's going to take a payoff pitch for a walk, and that'll bring up Kamari Thomas. Kamari Thomas, a little bit of trivia for you, James. He's from the alma mater of Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson. Like the basketball player?
Yeah.
Really?
Goes to that college. What's the college? You name it.
See, I don't watch college sports.
Oh, come on. You should at least know where Magic Johnson went to school. And he takes a hit by pitch in on the hands. That one's going to hurt quite a bit, and he'll take his base down to first. And now puts 2 on with no outs. Come on, man.
I'm trying to think of what college it could be. What conference? This isn't going to help me because I
it's
don't
Big
know
Ten.
Okay, so that makes it okay. So I know a couple Big Ten schools. It would be Minnesota. No. IU probably not.
Nope.
Purdue,
I feel like we would know about it if Magic Johnson went to an Indiana Big Ten school.
Purdue probably not.
No. Drew Church takes strike one. It is not Nebraska.
Iowa?
It's not Iowa.
Then I have no idea what college it could be.
He went to Michigan State University.
Really?
Yes. Spartans.
See, when I started getting into college basketball a little bit.
Runners go. Throw down to second is not in time, and that is a stolen base. Double stolen base. Brought to you by BP. For maximum speed and efficiency, look to BP and Whiting, an energy company with a purpose. As Drew Church has a 1-1 count. Now with 2 in scoring position and no outs. This is dangerous.
When I was starting to get into college basketball, I liked Michigan State more than any other team. So that's kind of, yeah. It was during March Madness, and I forgot who it was. It was like Hodges was a player or something. It was some years back. And I do like college basketball, but I just don't have the knowledge of it. I'll watch it if it's on, but I prefer the big leagues.
1-2 is foul tipped into the glove. Drew Church, the D1 shortstop, goes down by the way of the K, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Hobbs Dunn.
And this shows something on this Griffith team. I don't know if, Brendan Smith's slipping a little bit, but you got a guy on second and you got a guy on third, and there's been no hits recorded yet. You have a hit by pitch and a walk.
Yeah, that's true. And then just a stolen base on a difficult pitch to pop up and throw down. An off-speed inside is never easy for a catcher to grab and throw down. I think it's a little bit on Brendan, but the stolen base I can't really put on him at all.
Yeah.
They found the perfect pitch to go on as Dunn fouls that one off. 0-2 count now.
I also feel like it's a thing of you're just starting out, so you still have to, and like I said, he's a pitcher where once he gets hot, and he still needs to get himself to that point. He needs to rely on his teammates here to make those plays if that ball gets contacted, and then he'll start getting Ks.
The 0-2. Drilled out into right center field. It'll score 1 for sure. Thomas rounds third. Heading for home. It'll score 2. RBI single for Hobbs Dunn, and it's a 2-0 ball game.
I mean, scratch what I just said. Now bases are cleared. But I still feel like, and that was just impossible to catch no matter who is at second base. Just because, it's just, I don't even know, that ball was just hit perfectly. A nice little pop out to a dead zone and drives in 2 runs, and now it's a 2-0 ball game.
Ball 1 to Luis Termero. James, this is something we don't see every day. This is a player of the week matchup, as Luis Termero is the league's hitter of the week against pitcher of the week Brendan Smith.
Really?
Yes. Luis Termero taking a heavy DH spot very recently. Today he's playing catcher. We have 3 primary catchers that we have to rotate through, and it's very difficult to get all of them playing time. Luis Termero is very comfortable in the designated hitter's spot. Very, very comfortable.
I mean, I would be comfortable in a DH spot because when you play DH, you don't have to worry about your position on the field, and that's not on your mind. The only thing that's on your mind is whether or not you can get a knock. And if that's the only thing that you're thinking about and you cause yourself to not overthink about it, it's easy to get hits all day long.
Termero's currently batting .378 on the year. Takes a ball inside. Umpire wanted to call it a strike for a second.
I didn't see that. I just thought that he tried to slide out of the way.
No, I saw the ump put his arm up. He wanted to. But he was eventually like, if Luis has to nearly fall out of the way, it's probably not a strike. The 3-1. Swung on and missed. Fills it up. Luis thought he was going to get a good pitch there. And in a 3-1 count with one out, typically those pitches are over the plate. It's normally a pretty safe call to go ahead and swing at that one.
This could be where the announcer's curse is real, but I think that if he strikes out Tamero, he'll start getting hot.
Okay. Big drive, left field. It might be over the wall in fair territory. It's fair. It's gone. Luis Termero, home run. It's a 4-0 ball game.
And the announcer's curse is real. I knew that something like that was going to happen. That's why I made the statement beforehand. And
absolutely pelted over the left field wall. This is why he's hitter of the week.
That is wild. I mean, bats overdue pitches. Now it's a 4-0 ball game. It's starting to run out.
In the first.
So now, if you're the Generals, you can't allow this to be a pitcher duel from here on.
Now we get the designated hitter, Nate Brumfield, typically a catcher. Number 17. He's batting .286 with a .432 OBP. Take strike one. In the words of my dear friend, public address announcer Jovi Savalio, keep talking, James. Gets called strike two. 0-2 count.
No, but I knew that the announcer's curse was going to.
You even called it was announcer's curse.
I knew it was going to happen.
You even called announcer's curse.
I knew it was going to happen.
Swung on and missed. That's the second out now on Nate Brumfield. That'll bring up the 7-hole hitter in Ryan Hartz. Hartz batting .212 so far on the year. Ryan Hartz is out of Webster University, the same university as our starting pitcher, Jack Wilson.
So a big thing to remember about this Generals' last win, this team, they won 13-1, which is impressive no matter what. However, they also went against a team that committed 5 errors on the day, and a lot of those were when runners were on like second and third.
Yeah, that's big.
There was actually an error on a single that drove in bases loaded.
Ryan Hartz puts one out there in right field. Combs does not have to move much. He makes the grab, and that retires the side. After one inning of play, it's a big 4-0 for the Oilmen. We'll be back with more baseball here on the Region Sports Network.
No one ever called it the great indoors. Get out and join us. Our hands are the tools. The outdoors is our office. And our climate control is the climate. We are the Laborers International Union of North America, the best paid, best trained construction professionals in the state. We build Indiana, and we're ready for you to come build it with us.
You guys are crushing it. See how 8 grams of healthy protein and Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasted, bread. Cheese, 10 more. Go.
I'm getting shredded.
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
These days, it's recommended that you keep your social circle small. Of course, as the original light beer, we've always recommended that. It's Miller time.
Northwest Indiana is unique. It feels like a family. I'm proud to partner with BP for small business development, for supporting homeless shelters. There are many benefits, not only for job creation, but economic growth and development, their commitment to community.
Hear more from Monica and the Whiting community. bp.com/whiting.
Back here at Oil City Stadium in this 4-0 ball game, Jack Wilson in his first inning only threw 9 pitches, so the pitch count's looking good for him. Only faced 4 batters, 8 strikes and 1 ball. It looks like, you know, I'll give you my half of the commentator's curse. It looks like Jack Wilson might be able to go pretty deep into this game. And I know as I say that, he's probably going to give up like 6 hits right now, but
I don't know if the commentator's curse will affect you as much as it affects me. I opened my mouth up twice, and that's where 4 runs have been scored.
Man, this is a legendary way to start a ball game. It's going to Stephen Combs, the right fielder, batting in the 5 hole.
The worst thing about this is it's only a 2-to-1 hit game.
That is true. It's just that when two of those hits are both two-run knocks. Stephen Combs is batting .250. That is 4 for 16. This is only his 5th game played. I still get confused when when we see players with only double-digit games played, because we're halfway through the season. We've played close to 20 games already.
Wow.
And that one drilled out in Oppo, and it'll land fair just to the right of the left field line. Kamari Thomas picks it up all the way in the corner, and that'll be a nice little standing double for Stephen Combs to get things started here in the second.
I mean, that's nice, stepping off, giving his coach the gear, but that's a nice way to start this inning.
Comebacks have to start somewhere, James.
Oh, trust me, last game was comeback season. I was saying that in here. It was. Hey, I was thinking it was comeback season. Then Camden Smith hit a 2-run homer, and you were thinking that the comeback was about to happen.
I thought it was possible. Okay, it was still a very big deficit.
It was a 5-run game. After that moonshot, it was a 5-run game.
Dribbler up the middle. Ricky Robinson's not going to be able to grab it. They're giving Combs the green light to go. Throw home. It's in time. Got him. A little bit of chirping from Luis Termero. Didn't like the way Combs took that slide.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. And I know that the coach waved him, and you got to follow what the coach says. I feel like that's a terrible call.
That was the wrong call. It was in very, very shallow center. I think, so Jake Hunt, your head coach, is the man out there at third. I think his philosophy was that it was going to dribble kind of into no man's land because it's in such shallow center. Nick Upperman had a long way to travel to make that grab. As possible double play here, it looks like Church is going to just go to first. He gets the out there, and that's our second out of the inning.
So runners do advance. However, now you got 2 outs on the board.
So Clark is now at second with Gazar out on that last play. And now it'll be Isaiah Steinhilber, the first baseman, batting in the 8th hole.
The man to watch out for, batted in 4 runs in his previous game.
143 batting average on the year. This is only his 5th game played. Takes ball 1 outside. This is an entertaining top of the second inning.
This is.
This is fun.
Now, something that, I'm not too familiar with is this Oilmen team. So I don't know. Which side would you say is better to hit it on, the left or the right?
Oh, that's a dribbler down the third base line. They're giving Clark the green light to go home. There won't be a throw. It's a single with an RBI in a 4-1 game.
And there we go. The last 2 games has 5 RBIs. And that boosts up his batting average that was below 200. So I don't know what he's been doing to make it way better for him, but
so now he's 3 for 15. He's 3 for 15 on the year now, so quick math, he's batting 200.
Oh, wow. I had my math way wrong. So 1-0 ball game. This is 4-0 ball game. 4-1 ball game. Jeez.
You're going to get there.
4-1 ball game. But this is very entertaining.
That one's popped up in shallow center field. Upperman needing to cover a lot of ground. Lost it in the light. Ryan Hartz makes the grab, and that will retire this side. Generals put one on and strands one. It's a 4-1 ball game when we come back for the bottom of the second here on the Region Sports Network.
We don't go to the office. We build it. This is a truism with Ironworkers Local 395 and the Northwest Indiana Contractors Association. Our goal is to exceed our customers' expectations. We provide a skilled, OSHA-trained, drug-free workforce, as well as many other certifications from our 4-year training program. Every time you hire an ironworker from Local 395, you should feel confident that you are receiving highly trained, highly skilled, and drug-free journeymen and apprentices who take their job and your project seriously. For more information, contact us at 219-763-7900 or ironworkers395.com.
Who is the IBEW? We're the people who bring the power to your home, the ones who make sure your phone calls and internet keep speeding along. We build things like schools and hospitals. We bring the biggest shows and sporting events to the world, keep America's railroads on the right track, help cities, states, and the federal government work for you. And we proudly build products made in the USA. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, the IBEW.
Wait! Let me help! Land of Frost! Premium meat! Delicious! And no byproducts!
Toss it in.
Et moi?
Okay. Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
Welcome back to Oil City Stadium. We're going to lead off with the 8-hole hitter, 45, first baseman Matthew Rutke. Rutke batting a perfect third as he pops that one out there. It's going to land in foul territory on the right side. Rutke, also a pitcher, an occasional pitcher. He's usually a starting pitcher if he pitches. Also very comfortable at first base, and he hits decently well.
So he's just the full package.
He's the full package. He's a great utility. The 0-1. Popped straight up. It's in shallow center field. It looks like Clark is going to be able to make the grab. Covers a lot of ground to get there, but he makes the play. That's the first out.
Looks like he kind of misgauged it straight off the bat. And then
The sun is still a little weird.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very hard time to play because right when you look up,
Yeah.
that sun's blazing in your eyes.
It's blaring down. This brings us to Ricky Robinson, the second baseman, who's batting 143. So he's 2 for 14. Swing and a miss there. A bit of a struggle on the start, but everybody has their slumps. I'm sure Ricky's going to pull himself out of it. Ricky out of Kaskaskia College.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, he said it, and I was like, what?
Kaskaskia?
Kaskaskia.
Kaskaskia. Where is that?
I actually don't know off the top
Ontario,
of my
Canada.
head.
I'm going to take a guess.
You really think it's on? He lives in Illinois, dude. Kaskaskia College is in Clinton County, Illinois.
Oh, wow. Okay, I was way off. I mean, that just doesn't sound like an Illinois thing.
It is a city.
Well, Kankakee is a city, so Kaskaskia is.
I guess it's not too far. Yeah, but it's Kaskaskia.
Weird.
The way that it's spelled is Kaskaskia, but it's Kaskaskia.
Speaking of Kia, have you seen that that Instagram account where it's like Kia Soul hater, and it's a dude, and he's like, "This is your sign to pit maneuver a Kia Soul." Have you ever had those? Dude, I love those so much.
Did you hear they discontinued the Soul?
Yeah, I'm so happy.
I'm so happy. But do you remember when the Soul came out and they had the Ricky Robinson goes down swinging? That's the second out. That'll bring us back to the top of the order. And Nick Upperman. Do you remember when the Soul first came out and they had the commercials with Party Rock Anthem and the hamsters coming out of the car?
Oh,
yeah. I just unlocked a memory from your brain.
Poor lock on
One
memory.
of my earliest memories as a child is watching the Stanley Cup playoffs and that commercial coming on pretty much every commercial break.
Wow.
Upperman takes outside for ball 1.
I mean, you are Unk. You are way what is the thing that you said before the game? You said something about when you were in high school. You're like, when I was in high school, and that was like
me being
5 years ago.
4 years in high school. 4 years ago, I was a senior in high school, which is
wild. Old. I was in high school 2 years ago, so I mean, you can't feel too bad, but you are old.
Upperman swings and misses at that one. 1-2 count now. Looks like Smith is finding his feet. He's only 10 pitches in. He's got 2 strikes and 2 outs.
You said it and not me. So that is that is a very nice thing to hear. Now, if the commentator's curse moves over to you.
Fouled back.
Gave me a mini heart attack right there. Right when I saw him swing and I saw him make contact with the ball, I thought the curse came back and returned again. Jovi Savalio is trying to get me to say something right now, the PA announcer. And no, I refuse. Now, I wonder if I think something, if it'll happen.
Oh, foul tipped into the glove. Upperman goes down by the way of the K. That's no runs on no hits in 12 pitches. No errors out on the field. Mangano, Delaria, and Jerkadis are due up when we come back for the Lando Frost third inning here on the Region Sports Network.
There's a shortage of roofers across the country. Here at Roofers Local 26, our signatory contractors are in need of a well-trained workforce, and it's our job to provide that workforce. We are looking for people that are self-motivated, people that are reliable, people that are willing to give a hard day's work. In return, they get a good paycheck with good benefits. This is not a job, this is a career. If you're willing to put the time and dedication in, we're willing to provide you the tools and training necessary for you to succeed in the roofing industry. We've been doing this for almost 100 years. We know how to get the job done.
When you're done watching your workdays go down the drain, get out and join us. Out here, we don't scrub, we screed. The only drying is cement, and it's okay if things get dirty. We are the Laborers International Union of North America, the best paid, best trained construction professionals in the state. We build Indiana, and we're ready for you to come build it with us.
You need 3 things to make a sandwich. 2 of them are bread, and 1 of them should be Lando Frost lunch meat. Wholesome and affordable, their premium sliced meats mix perfectly with fresh ingredients. Pick some up at your local grocery store today. The third inning of Oilmen Baseball is brought to you by our good friends at Lando Frost. We come back to the top of the order in Nick Mangano. And he drills that one out into left center field. Nick Upperman's going to have to pick it up all the way at the wall. He's rounding first. He's heading on down to second. Rutke covering second all the way from first. And that is a stand-up double to get things started here in the top of the third.
I don't understand how this team can possibly – they have 2 standing doubles.
It's a lot of doubles in 3 innings of work.
So I don't understand how you can possibly be down by 3 runs.
I'll give you a hint. It's called the commentator's curse, James.
Yes.
You messed it up twice for your own team. Wilson kicks and fires to Delaria, who chops that one over to Robinson at second. He'll make the easy toss to first for the first out, but the runner advances on to third. So now Mangano on third with only 1 out. Here's an opportunity to cut that lead in half for Connor Jerkadis, who's already 1 for 1 on the day. His first time up was a single on a line drive to right.
Now, if you recall, the commentator's curse hits me the worst here at Oil City Stadium. The last time these 2 teams faced off, I made a remark. You know, this team, they might have found their groove because they're up 1-0. You know, they might have found their groove and they might beat the Oilmen today. Lost 11-6.
I also said during the pregame that the Northern League is where it matters most who scores first.
Yeah, whoever scores first usually wins. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Those exact words.
Usually. I did say usually.
Yes,
because Hammond,
beginning of the
Hammond
year,
had like a 6-run lead on us, and
Hammond
we scored a
was
ton.
Was Hammond up 6 or 8?
I think 6-0, and then we put up 7 in the 7th to take the lead. Check swing, he did not go. Count goes 2-1.
That was a good check swing there. Just wanted it, but decided against it. Very nice look by him. And it's weird not seeing Hallfelt behind the plate. It's weird seeing Jerkadis, but he's very confident at catcher.
Grounder to shortstop Drew Church. The run will score, but they'll get the out. And now it's a 4-2 ball game with 2 outs. So you got the job done. You got the RBI. Don't worry about the out. I mean, it's bad on your batting average, but you're still 1 for 2 on the day. You're still batting .500 on the day.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that at the end of the day, you need to do whatever it is to get your team to a lead or to keep this game close.
Yeah, whatever helps the team, right?
Exactly.
It's what matters a lot.
that shows something if instead of a scout being here at this game, or, because usually I would say scouts don't only look at stats. And if a scout sees you play and they see that you make a lot of selfless plays, that is more likely to get you on a good side of a scout and of a school or a team or whatever it may be. Being selfless is a big part of sports.
Yeah, absolutely. That one's fouled off. I will say, you and I, well, you're kind of a Cubs fan. I'm diehard.
I'm not a big watch baseball at all cost guy, and I also do not have the sports networks.
That's fair.
So I'll have to watch it with my grandma, but I love the Cubs. The Cubs are one of my favorite teams.
Well, I bring it up because I was watching Pete Crow Armstrong's debut live last year, and his first at-bat, and that one's dribbled and fouled off his leg. His very first plate appearance as a Cub put down a sac bunt to tie the game.
Yeah, so selfless.
Which, for your first at-bat to just be like, I'm not going to worry about myself here, let's tie the game for my team. And then he went out in the field and made 2 sliding grabs at the warning track, and I'm like, this kid's going to be an all-star one day. And now he's in the talks for MVP. And Kamari Thomas goes for a diving grab. It just misses the glove. Owen Bendis taking second with a long round. Decides not to go. It's another double out to left field.
So, with going back to PCA, number one, there's a reason why PCA is a Cubs favorite. That's one of them. He's a selfless player.
Yep.
But you were talking about All-Stars. Now, here's the question.
Yeah.
Did you vote him in for All-Star?
I absolutely did.
Okay, thank you. Now, did you vote in Cubs players in every position or who you actually thought should be All-Stars?
Real All-Stars.
Okay, thank you.
The thing about this Cubs team, though, is that there's a lot of guys that could be in the conversation for the All-Star team.
Oh, most definitely.
Ian Happ, even though he's not in his usual game of play, he doesn't have as strong numbers as he's had the past couple years, he's still perfectly possible to get in.
This Cubs team, they've been playing great. So, my one friend, he went to Cubs Mariners on the 20th, and he left the game early because he was upset at the, I believe it was a 2-run knock at the top of the 9th, and he was upset about that.
And grounder over to Ricky Robinson at second. It just misses the glove. And that'll put runners on the corners with 2 outs.
But no, I like the Cubs. I think that PCA is most definitely a all-star. Now, the thing that I love about PCA is the fact that, you have people, I don't know, have I ever told you the Kyle Tucker story?
Maybe.
With my friends and I wearing shirts of Kyle Tucker, and he ignored us. PCA, if you just say his name, he'll chant.
Yeah,
I'll tell you at break, because I don't think it's appropriate to say on air, of an edit that was made of my friends shouting something.
You told me about
that. Did I? Okay.
Throw down on a steal to second. It looks like he got him. He got him. Beautiful throw from Luis Termero. The tag even more beautiful from Drew Church. It's still a 4-2 ball game when we come back for the bottom of the Lando Frost third inning.
We don't go to the office. We build it. This is a truism with Ironworkers Local 395 and the Northwest Indiana Contractors Association. Our goal is to exceed our customers' expectations. We provide a skilled, OSHA-trained, drug-free workforce, as well as many other certifications from our 4-year training program. Every time you hire an ironworker from Local 395, you should feel confident that you are receiving highly trained, highly skilled, and drug-free journeymen and apprentices who take their job and your project seriously. For more information, contact us at 219-763-7900 or ironworkers395.com.
Who is the IBEW? We're the people who bring the power to your home, the ones who make sure your phone calls and internet keep speeding along. We build things like schools and hospitals. We bring the biggest shows and sporting events to the world, keep America's railroads on the right track, help cities, states, and the federal government work for you. And we proudly build products made in the USA. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, the IBEW.
Wait! Let me help! Lando Frost! Premium meat! Delicious! And no byproducts!
Toss it in.
Et moi?
Okay. Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
What? Brendan Smith still out there on the bump. His first 2 innings of work, he threw 37 pitches. It'll be Kamari Thomas to get things led off here for the bottom of the third. Seth Berquist alongside James Chalice for this Northern League matchup. Kamari Thomas, as we discussed previously, a student at Michigan State University. He pops that one foul. Might hit the roof of the press box. It hit something.
Hit the bleachers.
I think it hit the cord that goes from the press box to the netting.
No, I saw it hit in the bleachers.
Did it?
Yeah.
It sounded
it sounded weird. It like hit the bleachers, bounced up and hit the bottom of the seat, and then bounced back down.
Weird. Strike on the inside corner there. That one might be
a great pitch.
I might be a little bit generous on that strike call.
I just say that's a great pitch.
It moved a lot.
That's also a lot.
I don't
on
think
the
it touched the
Jerkatis.
plate.
That's a lot of the framing on Jerkatis. And you're a catcher, so you know how important it is to frame.
Yeah, absolutely. And framing has changed over the years. There's a lot of strategies that have been implemented.
What, like
even
the
since
wave your
I've
hand around?
Well, there's back when I was playing, there wasn't the start like with your glove in the dirt and sliding up for the catch. That wasn't a thing when I played.
See, that's how I paint. I have my glove down here, and then I just like whip my hand up like
right,
that
which is like yeah. They
people at home can't see.
They train catchers by like having them kneel over a treadmill and just like having the treadmill do the work of sliding your hand up.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Kamari Thomas chops that one foul. We'll do the 2-2 again.
Yeah, I'll do that, or I'll do the you have it inside like right here. I don't know how to explain it.
Right.
Yeah, I like at shoulder, and then you just bring it around to the circle and then grab it.
That one down.
He doesn't usually miss those. Just whip that ball right there, but just miss the zone.
So we've seen 7 pitches now, and we'll finally get a payoff.
Unless it's a foul off.
Unless he fouls it off. Here's the 3-2. Drilled on the right side. It's directly into the glove of Steinhilber. Steps on the bag, and that's the first out of the inning.
That was just a nice play by
That
Steinhilber.
was
straight into his glove.
He kind of jumped a little bit. You didn't know for certain.
And that's the
if he was
second
gonna
time
make that
these
grab.
two teams have played, and somebody just catches an absolute laser right to them.
It was beautiful.
Before it was, I believe, Dylan Scott for the...
It was the pitcher, yeah.
Yeah, for the Generals. And then now it's the first baseman, Steinhilber.
Drew Church 0 for 1 so far on the day. He was out on the K his first time up. And that one's blown away, ball 1. Luis Termero, with that home run, became the 6th player of the Northern League to put one over the wall.
Really?
Yeah.
And you know who one of those other guys are?
Camden Smith.
Camden Smith, my dog. Camden, if you're listening to this, shout out to you. I love Bama. Always the first there and always the last to leave.
Looking K on Drew Church. He goes down, by the way, the K for the 2nd time in a row. Drew Church was one of those homers. He is one of the 6 players with a home run. Put one over the BP sign over in left field. And Hobbs Dunn coming up to the dish. 2 home runs came from Aiden Nohava of the Oilmen. Dylan Rodriguez of the Hammond Vikings has one. And Hobbs Dunn rips that one in left center field. It's going to go all the way to the wall. He'll round first. He's headed for second. First pitch of the at-bat. It's a standing double brought to you by Midwest Orthopedics. To be your best, see the best. Now this will bring up number 12, Luis Termero, and his last time up. Can we just put in CC for commentator's curse in the book?
I would rather not. I would rather not. And this time I will keep my big gullet shut.
2 outs with a runner in scoring position, up by 2. And he'll take ball 1 outside. Possibly could have painted that corner. Ron Orms behind the dish says no.
I feel this is a time where Tamero wants to swing at everything. And today when I was playing baseball, I was like, I'm going to swing at every pitch. Then a pitch wouldn't be in my zone. I'd be like, I'm not swinging at it.
1-0 is in on the feet. Scoots out of the way of it.
Now, would you pitch to him again?
After
that first
I think you
at-bat?
kind of have to with a runner in scoring position.
That is true. But there is 2 outs.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could walk him. I guess it doesn't hurt to walk him here, but you
just don't want
so
to.
Smith has passed 50 pitches, and we're in the 3rd inning. That seems like a bit of a waste on pitches because he's in the part now where you start to feel fatigue in that arm.
Yes.
And he takes that one in. It's a hitter's count now.
Fast Sith is the replacement pitcher.
Fassif, super strong.
It's one of your best friends. Putting that out there.
Been looking at that kid pitch since we were like 6 years old.
So were you his catcher?
No, we were never. Well, we played a couple Little League All-Star teams together, but Luis Termero puts that one out in left, puts runners on the corners as Hobbs Dunn decides to stay at third. Termero goes 2 for 2 on the day. Beautiful line drive out to Bendis in left.
So now I think it does stand. You should have walked him. Hindsight is 2020.
I mean, hindsight being what it is, sure.
Hindsight is 2020, but at the same time,
I mean, look, you can. It happens all the time in the pros. Your only hit on the day is a home run. It happens all the time.
Yes.
You can go 1 for 5 on the day with your one hit being a hit. With your one hit being over the wall. It's just that's baseball, you know. Nate Brumfield's out at the dish. What I think I'm saying is that you shouldn't give up on trying to get the out just because of the previous
Now,
at-bat.
if somebody hit like 3 dingers, I'm not throwing to him.
Yeah, of course. Nate Brumfield dribbles that one over. It might find a gap. Shortstop Mangano makes a bit of a bobble. It's going to go in the books as a hit, and that'll score the run. It's 5-2. Am I making the right call by not giving him the error?
I'd give him an error.
You think it's an error?
That's a slow
He had to make a backhanded grab, though.
That's a slow roll.
And even if he did pick it up, I think he would have made it to the bag in time.
I also feel like as a player like Mangano, I've seen him make plays like that time and time again. So I don't know fully about it being an error, but I'd stick with your call.
Drilled out into left. Ryan Hartz puts one out there. Termero rounds third and goes home. They'll hold Brumfield out at third. That's another double. Brought to you by Midwest Orthopedics. To be your best, see the best. So and now it's a 6-2 game with 2 in scoring position and 2 outs.
Now this game is looking like it did before. And I feel like this team is getting a little bit, jumpy, a little bit scared, and they're just having their glove a little bit off. And they need to fix that if they want to get things going.
Matthew Rutke now at the dish. The first baseman's 0 for 1 so far on the day. Flew out to center field his first time up, so he's found the contact and a decent bit of the power. It's just about placement. He hacks and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. He was swinging up.
And do you know what
he wanted to put that pitch over the wall.
Do you know what makes this even worse about the Generals team?
What?
These 2 runs have been scored with 2 outs on the board.
Mm-hmm. Drilled out into right center field. It might drop. It will. It scores 1. Hartz rounds third and heads home. The throw is offline. It's a single to score 2.
So now the hits are evened up as it is an 8-2 ball game. 4 runs scored on 2 outs.
That's tough. That's
now,
real tough.
Would you say this is more of
a lot of hits, though?
Would you say this is more of a team fighting? Yeah, you and I were
a lot of hits.
Once again wrong about this potentially being a pitching duel. On paper, it did look like it would be.
Ricky Robinson taking that one inside. You know what we didn't take into consideration Yes, Brendan Smith is the Northern League Pitcher of the Week. Semicolon, however, comma, he did it against the Elkhart County Miracle, who have a negative 60 run differential.
Yeah, but still 9 strikeouts.
The Elkhart can't get a hit. Pitch is called a foul. I don't know if it hit off the foot or there was a weird bounce off the plate or something.
I didn't see whatever it was. I was confused on why everyone was backtracking.
Yeah, I saw Rutcase starting to slow down, and I was like, are you just assuming the throw's going to first, man? He hasn't even picked it up yet. So now a 1-1 to Ricky Robinson, the second baseman. His first time up, he struck out. And for reals, it's a grounder this time. Smith picks it up. The throw over to first is in time. It retires the side. 4 runs for the Oilmen on a massive amount of hits. When we come back, it's the 4th inning here on the Region Sports Network.
No one ever called it the great indoors. Get out and join us. Our hands are the tools. The outdoors is our office. And our climate control is the climate. We are the Laborers International Union of North America, the best paid, best trained construction professionals in the state. We build Indiana, and we're ready for you to come build it with us.
You guys are crushing it. See how 8 grams of healthy protein in Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasted, bread. Cheese, 10 more. Go.
I'm getting shredded.
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
These days, it's recommended that you keep your social circle small. Of course, as the original light beer, we've always recommended that. It's Miller time.
Northwest Indiana is unique. It feels like a family. I'm proud to partner with BP for small business development, for supporting homeless shelters. There are many benefits, not only for job creation, but economic growth and development, their commitment to community.
Hear more from Monica and the Whiting community at bp.com/whiting.
Welcome back to Oil City Stadium. Jack Wilson in his first 3 innings only threw 33 pitches. 11 pitches per inning is very, very good. This brings up Alexander Clark, the center fielder, who's 1 for 1 with a single. He was up to the plate back in the 3rd, but out on a stolen base is keeping him back here at the dish.
Now, I was going to say something, but I do not want to curse this team any more than I've done
please
today.
don't. You're already down by 6. Let's not.
It's the last time it wasn't even my fault. I did not say anything towards the likes of, like, good, this inning's almost over. I didn't say anything like that.
Oh, you're talking about last inning?
Yes.
No, I wouldn't call that commentator's curse.
Where it was just,
I think commentator's curse is considered as, I'm going to risk commentator's curse, but I think we can probably get a strikeout here. And it's put over the Oil City Stadium sign.
Yeah, very hard to hit.
Foul tipped it. Not able to be held on by Termero, but still a foul ball. It's a 2-2. Pitches inside. Count now full to Clark. 1 for 1 on the day.
Center fielder.
Jack Wilson lives in Wilmette. Where is Wilmette? Wilmette, Illinois. And that's a pass ball to move on. Clark, so he'll take first base. The leadoff reaches first for Demetrio Gizar, who's 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out. Wilmette is just north of Skokie. That's a drive, man.
Where's Skokie at?
He's
What
well
county?
north of Chicago. He's well
Really?
north of Chicago. He's still on the lake, just further north.
In the last game, Gazar allowed 2 walks. Oh, he had 2 walks, I should say.
When your strike zone is about 3 feet tall, or 3 inches tall, rather, I mean, yeah, it's pretty easy to do. See, that one looked right down the middle to me. I don't know why that's not a strike, but Demetrio Gazar is short, is my point. And
do you have a specific height on him?
Actually, I bet he's still on the Panthers website from last year. Because he was one of mine last year. So he takes that one inside. It's 3-0. Demetrio Gazar. He's an infielder, right?
Yes, he plays second base.
Gazar, I have him as 5'5".
5'5". So like Jose Altuve.
Yeah. Strike in there. It says his hometown is Dyer, Indiana, playing out of Roosevelt University.
I have no idea where Roosevelt is. I know where Dyer is. I live like a 5-minute drive from like this side part of Dyer.
A year ago, his height and weight was measured at 5'5", 148.
Jeez.
I hope he's muscled up a little bit since then.
Yes.
Because that's small.
I think he has muscled up. But he is a good baseball player. And being on the shorter side does have its advantages.
The 3-1. Fouled off on the right side. Yeah, I think he might be the shortest person in the Northern League. Because we have a 5'6" on the Oilmen.
Really, who is it?
Adana Barca.
Oh, okay. No, but being short has some of its advantages. The strike, box is smaller.
Yeah.
That box it's way smaller.
I mean, it's smaller, which makes it harder on pitchers, but still, for you, I guess technically in proportion, it feels like the same strike zone that everybody else gets.
Yeah, but it's easier to walk off of it.
Yeah. Oh, caught him swinging. Ron Orms didn't need to check over at second for the check swing. He's making the call himself. That's a swinging K. Demetrio Gazar goes down to bring up Isaiah Steinhilber.
He has an RBI on the day.
His first time up was a single down the left field line. Check on the runner at first. Clark's getting a lot of attention out there at first.
I mean, he is taking somewhat of a lead off.
Steinhilber takes strike 1.
And Seth, I got the most heartbreaking news.
I'm about to lose it, James.
The
What?
other day. I got a root canal almost finished, right? I have a temporary cap on my tooth.
Mm-hmm.
I was told I cannot eat milk duds.
Oh, no. He's gone. Strike 2 called. Clark caught stealing once more. Termero showing off that arm out there.
I don't know why you try to steal against this guy. You can't anymore. You've had 2 men caught stealing.
Northern League Player of the Week, and I gave it to him purely for the hitting. Because in the DH spot, that dude's nasty, but now really showing us what he's capable of behind the dish.
It is where 2 guys are caught stealing.
It is a masterclass from Luis Termero tonight. Player of the game, I'm calling it right now. That one fouled off.
Oh.
For right now, if I had to give a player of the game right now, it's going to Luis Termero.
Who's up to bat right now?
Steinhilber still. It's 0-2.
Okay.
0-2 on a number of pitches.
I don't know where my mind went.
3. That's his 4th pitch for ball 1.
I don't know where my mind went. I thought it was the assistant coach for the general. See, the assistant coach and the coach have both played inside a game.
Yeah, Mike Caston's played 1. Actually, he's played 2. That's a grounder off of third base, excuse me. So Steinhilber will go 2 for 2 on the day on a nice single to left. And that's just called getting lucky. That's all that is. That's just getting lucky.
Stayed fair and hit off the base.
If it doesn't hit the bag,
it's going foul.
Hobbs done. Probably making a good grab there. It's possible he gets the out. It was a bit of a slow roller, so it's hard to tell.
That reminds me of a play that I saw when the Generals played Hammond, the third baseman went into foul territory to grab the ball that was grounded over there. So the ball stayed fair. He bobbled it, grabbed it, did not let it hit the ground, and then it went inside the books as a single. Well, as an error. But,
right.
He reached first. And I was just sitting there like, let it go foul. You can't afford it being there.
Ball low and away. 1-1 now.
I don't think that Steinhilber's a big guy for steals.
I'm not able to pull up like league stealing stats, unfortunately, like league leaders in steals.
We are at the bottom of the lineup, though.
Grounder into the glove of Hobbs Dunn. Hard throw to first. It's going to bobble a little bit. It's offline. Give him the base hit, though, because that throw wouldn't have got there on time anyway.
No, that is a base hit. That would have been a tough throw. He tried to put everything in it, but it just left his hand weird. I hope his shoulder's okay.
So
because that was an awkward throw.
When you're doing an over-the-shoulder throw, if you throw it like normal, it's going to airmail basically into the Oilmen dugout. You have to try and compensate and throw lower than you usually will, and
but he just whipped it.
He overcompensated hard.
I wouldn't put that in the books as an error.
No, it's not at all.
So not at the top of the lineup.
2 outs now, swing and a miss to Nick Mangano, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Mangano with runners in scoring position is 625 on the year as he pops that one straight up. It's in shallow right field. Ryan Hart's need to covers a lot of ground. He makes the grab. That's the 3rd out. After the top of the 4th, the Oilmen still lead by 6. We'll be back with more Oilmen Bats here on the Region Sports Network.
We don't go to the office, we build it. This is a truism with Ironworkers Local 395 and the Northwest Indiana Contractors Association. Our goal is to exceed our customers' expectations. We provide a skilled, OSHA-trained, drug-free workforce, as well as many other certifications from our 4-year training program. Every time you hire an iron worker from Local 395, you should feel confident that you are receiving highly trained, highly skilled, and drug-free journeymen and apprentices who take their job and your project seriously. For more information, contact us at 219-763-7900 or ironworkers395.com.
Who is the IBEW? We're the people who bring the power to your home, the ones who make sure your phone calls and internet keep speeding along. We build things like schools and hospitals. We bring the biggest shows and sporting events to the world, keep America's railroads on the right track, help cities, states, and the federal government work for you. And we proudly build products made in the USA. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, the IBEW.
Wait! Let me help! Land of Frost! Premium meat! Delicious! And no byproducts!
Toss it in.
Et moi?
Okay.
Whee!
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
Seth Berquist alongside James Chalice. James, let's talk a little bit about pitch count. Brendan Smith's at 63. I know he only threw 5 innings his last time up. Now we're in the bottom of the 4th. How deep do you think he goes here?
I think that if he can pitch a good inning, this is not a curse.
No, absolutely not.
I think if he can pitch a good inning, he can play for 2 more.
You think he goes 4 and 5, you think?
I think he could.
All right. I mean, 63, technically he's still good for 50 pitches if he wants, but Nick Upperman drills that one out there into center field. Center fielder's got to cover a lot of ground. It's over his shoulder. It's off the wall. Nick Upperman runs on down to second. And that's a stand-up double from Upperman to start the bottom of the 4th inning. Doubles brought to you by Midwest Orthopedics. To be your best, see the best.
So, Seth, the whole thing is, now either I could, A, keep talking, and this game goes into run rule.
Oh, my God.
Or I could, B, be quiet, and then you can run an entire broadcast yourself. Because, I don't
think that's commentator's curse.
The curse hits me so hard.
Okay, but we're talking about pitch count, and that was the first pitch of the inning. And Kamari Thomas wears his 2nd pitch of the day. So he gets 2 HBP. You might have cursed it. Because we were talking about commentators curse on a pitch count, though. And we've only seen 2 pitches this inning. Now, yes, unfortunately,
and
we put 2 on base.
And one's been for a double,
hey,
and the other one's been a hit by pitch.
On this pitch, it's possible you get a triple play, and it's a 3-pitch inning.
Do you know how very unlikely a triple play is?
It's not the most unlikely thing in a baseball game, though.
What is?
An unassisted
Catcher's
triple
ball.
play.
What's that?
It's where you are the only player to touch the ball on a triple play. Ball outside, they throw down to second. The tag, not in time. It's a stolen base. Brought to you by BP. For maximum speed and efficiency, look to BP and Whiting and Energy Company with a purpose.
How does one have a triple play and not allow anyone else to touch the ball?
I'm going to guess a line drive catch without a tag up. Drew Church finds a gap over in left field. Kamari Thomas holds up at third. It scores the run to put runners on the corners. It's 9-2 here at Oil City Stadium. Church finally found that hit. He finally goes 1 for 3 on the day. And now 2 D1 players on the corners here. Run rule doesn't take effect until the middle of the 7th.
Oh, trust me, I know.
We've got some ball left to play here. Guess I should probably start plugging stuff now if this is going to be a short game. Tomorrow is superhero night here at Oil City Stadium. Hobbs Dunn dribbles that one over to short. Mangano picks it up, throws to first. It's not in time. Infield single. Hobbs Dunn gets the RBI. It's 10-2. That was he hesitated.
Commentator's curse.
He hesitated to throw. He hesitated to throw hard.
Most definitely. You got to let that rip immediately.
And now it's Luis Termero, who's 2 for 2 on the day. He's halfway to a cycle with a homer and a single. Now he's just got to get the 2 difficult ones. He needs a double and a triple.
This team holds me inside a cycle of torment.
I think that relief pitcher is going to come in a little bit earlier than we thought, James.
Yes, most likely.
Big swing and a miss to Termero. He took a weird step in that box that took away the entire out half of the plate.
The way this inning is going, you're swinging at anything. I'm just going to be completely honest. How many pitches have been thrown this inning?
6. And we've scored 2.
2 runs on 6 pitches.
Termero calls time at the plate. It's a 0-1 count.
Would you not swing at anything that's thrown your way here?
You know, it's hard to say.
I would swing at something that is behind me.
It's hard to say. The 0-1. In the dirt, gets away. It's a passed ball that'll put one on, or advance both runners, excuse me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I know. Sometimes that happens where I feel like I'm losing my mind.
So the pass ball advances both runners. No outs with 2 in scoring position to Luis Termero. If anybody's curious, he goes to Coastal Bend College if you feel like finding a highlight reel.
Where's that at?
It's in Florida.
Oh.
So him and Nick Upperman are currently that's the wild pitch. It'll advance Drew Church home, and Hobbs Dunn to third. Now on a 2-1 count, it's an 11-2 ball game. You know, I was generous and didn't give Smith the wild pitch on the last one. That's a wild pitch. That one you can't argue against that one. It's a 9-run ball game. To be fair, 10 hits for 11 runs is a normal number. Termero rips that one. It's in and out of the glove of Mangano. Hobbs runs home. He's out at first base. What a play by Mangano to get the out at first. It's an RBI ground out. And now bases are empty with 1 out. But it's a 10-run ball game.
I mean,
Termero's having a day.
This game should be 8-2. This team did slack off the last time that we saw them fielding. However, this game is 12-2, and there's no reason it should be this. Now is the run rule in effect?
Yeah, so it's a 10-run ball game, but we got to get to the middle of the 7th before we actually end the game early.
Well, yeah, I know that.
Yeah, but yeah, it's in effect.
Run rule is in effect, so you and I will be going home early because I have lost complete faith inside this.
Hey, you never know. Fasseth can shut it down here next inning.
It's not only that you have to shut it down, but you also have to get 10 runs.
I mean, we just got 12 in 4. So, I mean, yeah.
You are also the lead in everything. The lead in everything.
Sure.
You know what? I'm going back to before. You know what it is today, ladies and gentlemen? It is comeback season.
You know what?
And I rebuke that inside the name of Jesus Christ if anything is going wrong.
Oh, my gosh.
There's no commentators cursing this, and it's comeback season.
You keep telling yourself that, buddy.
And if he hits a
the
dinger,
1-2.
I'm going to. Okay.
He's in the dirt. Dude, if he would have crushed that one.
I would have walked out of the booth.
Yeah, I would have 100% expected you to.
I would have driven 50 minutes back to Crown Point and cried myself to sleep.
I would have 100% expected you to leave this booth.
8 to 6 hits, though.
Luis Termero is also the league leader in quality at-bats. Swing and a miss. Nate Brumfield strikes out once more. That'll bring up Ryan Hartz, the right fielder, who's 1 for 2 with a fly out to right and a double on a beautiful line down the left field line.
But this hitting is like, it's a high hit count game. And for the Oilmen to have only 1 more hit but have 10 more runs is insane.
Hartz grounds that one over to third. Throw to first is in time. That'll end the inning. Another 4 runs, 3 innings in this game. The Oilmen have scored 4 runs. We'll be back with the Miller Lite 5th inning right after this here on the Region Sports Network.
No one ever called it the great indoors. Get out and join us. Our hands are the tools. The outdoors is our office. And our climate control is the climate. We are the Laborers International Union of North America, the best paid, best trained construction professionals in the state. We build Indiana, and we're ready for you to come build it with us.
You guys are crushing it. See how 8 grams of healthy protein in Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasted and bread. Cheese, 10 more. Go.
I'm getting shredded.
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
These days, it's recommended that you keep your social circle small. Of course, as the original light beer, we've always recommended that. It's Miller time.
Northwest Indiana is unique. It feels like a family. I'm proud to partner with BP for small business development, for supporting homeless shelters. There are many benefits, not only for job creation, but economic growth and development, their commitment to community.
Hear more from Monica and the Whiting community at bp.com/whiting.
Welcome back to Oil City Stadium. It's a 12-2 ball game here for the top of the 5th inning. Here in Northwest Indiana, whether the game's heating up or the sun's going down, there's nothing quite like finding yourself in the right place with the right choice in hand. And for many of us, that choice is a cold Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling, please. Drink responsibly. 50 years of Miller time. 5th inning of Oilman baseball brought to you by our good friends here at Miller Lite. 38, DJ Delaria, 0 for 2 on the day, up to the dish. 4 innings, 55 pitches for Jack Wilson. He'll continue here in this 5th. And he rips that one foul on the right side.
So I will say this right now. What does DH stand for? Say it, Seth.
Designated hitter.
So if he can't get a hit,
then he is a designated... I don't even know what you call him at that point.
I knew what you wanted to say. I knew what you wanted to say.
I wasn't going to say anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
I did say it's comeback season.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know what he thinks I'm trying to say. 1-2 now to Delaria. Wilson kicks and fires. It is popped straight up. It's in foul territory. It's in the bleachers. No. Into the glove of Luis Termero. Good grab by Termero. He's having a great day. He's done, man.
We all thought that was going inside the stands.
All of us thought that was hitting the bleachers.
All of us did. But it just, I don't know what made it stop.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. It looked like it had the spin.
I thought immediately it was just going to come back right to the window in front of
Yeah, I thought it was all window. Connor Drakatis now at the dish, 1 for 2. Takes ball 1 in and high. The catcher has singled on a line drive to right, and he grounded out his last time up over to Drew Church at short. And that one is put on a line out there to left center field. Upperman picks it up and gets the runner to stay at first. So now a single from Connor Drakatis to get the Generals a little bit of momentum here. This will bring up Owen Bendis.
Now, if you notice, Seth, I have been talking less.
You have been talking a little bit less.
Since all of this
I've been noticing that I've been doing a little bit extra work here in this 5th inning. First pitch to Bendis is high for ball 1.
That was a good call by the umpire.
Where is the stolen base stat? Here it is. Next pitch is down. It's 2-0. It's Drakatis out there on first?
Yes.
I don't see a steal for him this year yet.
Drakatis doesn't play that much. It's usually Luke Hallfelt that is the catcher.
Well, your team steal leader is Nick Mangano.
It's because he's fast.
Foul play out there on the right. Yeah, it's Mangano, Delaria, and Cam Buckley are your top 3.
Buckley has not played in a hot minute. He's an outfielder usually, but he just hasn't been playing of late. And then Delaria actually doesn't usually play that much, but he played at second base for a little bit, and he was getting a lot of good action.
Put over. It's a blooper in left field. Kamari Thomas bobbles it a little bit, and that'll be a throw over. That's going to be a single with an error, E9.
So, I mean, yes, he should have had that ball. Either way, it would have been a base hit. It would have been a single, but, just bobbling it made runners advance. And now, if you are Combs, you got 2 runners inside scoring position with 1 out on the board.
I've seen weirder double plays happen.
I'm sure you have.
I've seen weirder double plays happen. Ball outside to Combs. Combs is 2 for 2 on the day, so he's hot. He's got a double and a single. He's halfway to the cycle. If you think, who would be more likely to get the cycle here? Would it be Stephen Combs or Luis Termero?
The guy that hit the home run.
Yeah, so. Gets strike 1 on the outside. Termero's framing that one hot.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That was a lot of movement from Termero. Wilson kicks and fires. Swung on and missed.
I mean, it's not looking good if you're Combs. It's a 1-2 count.
Wilson has 3 pitches. He's got a fastball, a slider, and a changeup.
I hate sliders. I cannot.
Every hitter hates sliders, man.
Well, yeah,
it's impossible. Grounded over on the right side. It looks like it'll score 1. Matt Rutke takes it himself over to first, and that records the second out. But the run scores. It's 12-3. Now with a runner on third. So Bendis out there on third. You're now only down by 9. The comeback has slowly started.
And now I believe this is Clark.
You get Alexander Clark. He's 1 for 1. He walked his last time up. His first time up was a single on a grounder up the middle. Wilson delivers the first pitch outside.
And how many pitches is Wilson at?
So he just hit 70.
Okay.
15 on the inning. Big swing and miss.
You know, I wish both you and I could score the game at the same time. That way, because it's a little bit delayed on my end. It still says that he's at 69 pitches, so it's a couple.
Game
pitches
changer
behind.
is typically 1 or 2 pitches behind. The 1-1 is swung on and missed.
Seth, do you want to get a little flashback? You remember?
I don't know if you know this, James, but at our school, at ISU, I am the host of a radio show called Flashback Friday.
I work inside the studio with you, not for that show.
Not for the show, but yeah. I'm a big Flashback fan.
So a little bit of a flashback. Do you remember, Seth, when you and I both thought?
September, sorry.
Do you remember when we both thought that this was going to be a very tight contested game?
We were ready for a pitcher's duel.
Oh, yes, we were.
And that one is crushed out on the right side. It's foul. I have some insider knowledge for you here, James. It looks like Fasseth is getting saved for tomorrow's game.
So who are they putting in at replacement?
I don't know. Who do you guys play tomorrow?
Elkhart?
Yeah, I think you play Elkhart tomorrow. Which, I guess, yeah, Fasseth is probably a good guy to use for Elkhart. Big swing and miss. And that retires the side on the strikeout. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error out in the field. Only 20 pitches on the inning for Jack Wilson. We'll come back with the bottom of the 5th. Oilmen look to put the run rule back in effect here on the Region Sports Network.
There's a shortage of roofers across the country. Here at Roofers Local 26, our signatory contractors are in need of a well-trained workforce, and it's our job to provide that workforce. We are looking for people that are self-motivated, people that are reliable, people that are willing to give a hard day's work. In return, they get a good paycheck with good benefits. This is not a job, this is a career. If you're willing to put the time and dedication in, we're willing to provide you the tools and training necessary for you to succeed in the roofing industry. We've been doing this for almost 100 years. We know how to get the job done.
When you're done watching your workdays go down the drain, get out and join us. Out here, we don't scrub, we screed. The only drying is to mend, and it's okay if things get dirty. We are the Laborers International Union of North America, the best paid, best trained construction professionals in the state. We build Indiana, and we're ready for you to come build it with us.
Back here at the ballpark, new pitcher on the mound for the not the Northwest Indiana Oilmen, for the Griffith Generals. I'm used to saying Northwest Indiana Oilmen. It's Stephen Combs out there on the bump, so my insider knowledge was correct. Stephen Combs has 3 innings pitched so far, and he has given up 4 earned runs on 5 hits.
I mean, because
I love your face right now, buddy. The people at home can't see it, but I can.
How much more damage can be done inside this ballgame?
I think it's a very smart move. I think it's a very smart move to have
Luke Fassett
pitch to Elkhart tomorrow.
However, I think that Elkhart, no jab towards them, but they don't really need to face a great pitcher to lose.
Elkhart's been doing some decent recruiting lately, and their stats are going up a little bit. And they've moved from last into third, so they're moving up. Matt Rutke getting things kicked off. 1 for 2 on the day. The first baseman singled on a fly ball to right his first time up. Or his second time up? Second time up. He flew out to center his first time up. Swing and a miss for strike 1 here in the bottom of the Miller Lite 5th inning.
Miller Lite koozie night.
Brendan Smith, by the way, came into this game the league leader in ERA.
Where is he sitting at now?
I don't know.
What's his ERA?
Well, I'm not sure what his ERA is right now because I'm not going to have updated stats until after this game.
Oh, okay.
So
it's not like Go Sycamores.
Matthew Rutke, who's batting right now, is the league leader in wins on the mound.
Really?
Impressive numbers. Rutke is also the league leader in whip.
That's nice. So he's just a good pitcher all around.
Rutke pops that one up in the air. It's Steinhilber in foul territory, makes the grab, and retires the first batter.
12-3 ball game.
This will bring up number 38. This is a brand new hitter here for the Northwest Indiana Oilmen. This is Derek Holmes. I have to quickly create a profile for him in Game Changer real fast, but that one is popped up and made on the grab from Gizar out there at second. So the first pitch he sees here in the Northern League is a pop out in the infield.
Confidence. Swings at the first pitch that he sees. So,
I mean, it looked like he was seeing pitches well from Rutke's out there, but now with 2 outs through 4 pitches, Combs is putting the work on. We come back to the top of the order with Nick Upperman, who's 1 for 2 on the day. The center fielder walked his first time up, struck out his second time up, and put a double out there to the center field wall most previously. Brendan Smith also came into this game the league leader in batting average against.
Really?
Yeah, and then we put up 10 hits on him. So Nick Upperman drills that one over to third. Throw over to first is in time. 3 up, 3 down for the Griffith Generals. They find some momentum here in the 5th. We'll be back with the top of the 6th right here on the Region Sports Network.
No one ever called it the great indoors. Get out and join us. Our hands are the tools. The outdoors is our office. And our climate control is the climate. We are the Laborers International Union of North America, the best paid, best trained construction professionals in the state. We build Indiana, and we're ready for you to come build it with us.
You guys are crushing it. See how 8 grams of healthy protein and Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasted and bread. Cheese, 10 more. Go.
I'm getting shredded.
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
These days, it's recommended that you keep your social circle small. Of course, as the original light beer, we've always recommended that. It's Miller time.
Northwest Indiana is unique. It feels like a family. I'm proud to partner with BP for small business development, for supporting homeless shelters. There are many benefits, not only for job creation, but economic growth and development, their commitment to community.
Hear more from Monica and the Whiting community at bp.com/whiting.
Back here at Oil City Stadium, 12-3 game as we go into the top of the 6th inning. New pitcher on the mound is Andrew Jimenez out of Calumet College of St. Joseph, a Hammond, Indiana native.
Now that's still in the region, right?
I think so.
Yeah. That'd be up around the Maryville, Gary area, I believe. Is it not? It's in Whiting?
Andrew Jimenez has
Really?
pitched 7.2 innings so far, but has an 0-2 record on the bump as he pitches a fastball in.
Oh, I'm thinking Calumet New Tech.
5 earned runs on 12 hits through 7 innings.
Not much that I can really say.
It's a rough start.
I don't want an announcer's curse to happen.
That's a rough start.
I don't think anyone in this booth realizes the 2 times I opened up my mouth it was a home run and a 2-run RBI single.
It's a 1-2 count now to Demetrio Gizar, who's 0 for 2 on the day. The second baseman had a ground out, and he struck out most previously. The 1-2. Foul back. Oh, James isn't going to live down this commentator's curse.
I am not going to live this
He's
down.
going to get chirped for the rest of the season.
I don't. This is the only place where a commentator's curse affects me. It's very odd.
Off speed is high and in. Andrew Jimenez has fastball, changeup, curveball. So keeping it classy here. Buzzes the tower with the 2-2. Count is now full. I don't know if that curveball just didn't curve or what the deal was on that.
I'm not sure. I didn't see the pitch.
Okay.
I wasn't paying attention.
You probably should start paying attention. Payoff to the leadoff. Drilled high and deep into left field. It looks like it might land in foul territory. It is foul.
I mean, if he can just get that to go fair, that's great.
I mean, it was right there on the line. I think if it was fair, Kamari was going to track it.
But
because by the time it landed, Kamari was at the line.
So if it bounces off the wall, you catch it off the wall, it goes in as an out.
No.
So you have to throw it. It counts as like a
Yeah,
ball hit off the ground. Okay.
anything that isn't the air is in play. Drilled out to third baseman Dunn, picks it up, throw to first in time. It took long enough, but we got the first out of the side. I think that means Holmes took over at second base. Yeah, he did. Holmes has taken over at second base.
Really? It's so odd standing all the way over here to call a game in Oil City Stadium.
Yeah, you're not used to being in that spot over there.
I'm not used to.
James is doing a little bit of production work for us as our Rob Cassiano's out on vacation for the next couple days. He's been gone for about a week now. It's getting real hard without him.
Very difficult to multitask.
That's Max Miller behind the dish. This whole time, that's been Max Miller behind the plate.
Really? And you just now realized
I'm
it.
just now realizing Miller's behind the dish. So now it's 1-1. So there were a couple defensive changes there. And that's pelted high into left center field. Upperman tracks it down, and that is the second out of the side.
I mean, not much to add about that. Just ball hit. I mean, great chase down by Upperman to grab that ball. A lot of work has been done by the outfielders, especially Hartz. Hartz has been sprinting all around, grabbing everything that looks like it would fall.
Yeah, Hartz over in right has had a very interesting day.
And I don't want to say very rare you see a right fielder do that, but a lot of the times you see people put in right field because they don't have a good hand, and he has a good hand.
Dribbler over to Hobbs Dunn. Throw offline, but the tag is applied. And that's 3 up, 3 down for the Northwest Indiana Oilmen. We come back to the bottom of the 6th with the Oilmen bats right after this.
There's a shortage of roofers across the country. Here at Roofers Local 26, our signatory contractors are in need of a well-trained workforce, and it's our job to provide that workforce. We are looking for people that are self-motivated, people that are reliable, people that are willing to give a hard day's work. In return, they get a good paycheck with good benefits. This is not a job, this is a career. If you're willing to put the time and dedication in, we're willing to provide you the tools and training necessary for you to succeed in the roofing industry. We've been doing this for almost 100 years. We know how to get the job done.
When you're done watching your workdays go down the drain, get out and join us. Out here, we don't scrub, we screed. The only drying is cement, and it's okay if things get dirty. We are the Laborers International Union of North America, the best paid, best trained construction professionals in the state. We build Indiana, and we're ready for you to come build it with us.
Welcome back to Oil City Stadium. We come to you in the bottom of the sixth. The leadoff will be Kamari Thomas. Stephen Combs in his first inning only needed 6 pitches to get the 3 up, 3 down. Oilmen 1 run away here from, that says bottom of the 7th on the score bug there, James. We're in bottom of the 6th.
Wow. Little mishap by me.
Ball to Kamari Thomas to get things kicked off. So, yeah, 6 pitches in his first inning of work from Stephen Combs. He definitely needed the stat pad after a pretty rough start to the season for him. And that one fouled back. The sun isn't even completely gone yet here in Whiting. We're well past the halfway point in this game.
We might leave before the sun goes down. Unless it's comeback season.
Unless it's comeback season, in which case...
Unless it's what was that, Gia?
I believe first pitch was at... It was either like 6:33 or 6:34. It's 8:09. So we're at about an hour and a half here. As Kamari Thomas drops that one out in left center field. Bendis makes the grab. Thomas makes a big round at first, but decides not to go. That'll be a single on a line to get things started here for the Oilmen. And now the run to put the run rule in effect is on first as Drew Church, the D1 shortstop, comes to the dish.
A lot of D1 players on this team.
Yeah, back-to-back D1s in the second and third hitting spot.
I'm going to stand inside the usual spot, and I wonder if this box will stretch.
I think the box will stretch.
Oh, thankfully it does. It's so, even though I do get a good look at the plate from the producer's seat, I'm just not used to being there.
Dribbler over to third base. Beautiful grab, beautiful throw. And that gives us the first out over at first. But Thomas makes the advancement over to second and is now in scoring position for Hobbs Dunn, who's perfect on the day with a single, a double, and another single in the infield.
He had the, I believe, the Empire March. Imperial March to come out. Yeah,
that's one of the more legendary walk-up songs. I'm glad I'm sad Aiden Nohava isn't here because his walk-up song is legendary. As Hobbs Dunn puts that one down the right side line, it's foul. So Max Miller is out on deck now. Luis Termero done for the day after going 2 for 3 with 3 RBI.
And, well, one of those came from a home run. I don't know why you take him out.
And foul ball. Well, this comes back to what I was saying earlier in this game. We've got 3 catchers that we have to rotate through. So it was either take Nate Brumfield out of the DH spot for Max Miller or take Luis Termero out from behind the dish, get Max some time behind the plate.
So now is he playing DH?
I think Termero's day is done. I think Brumfield's still out there in the DH. And Hobbs Dunn puts that one high into left field. Bendis tracks it down, and that's our second out. Still with a man on second. Now Max Miller to the plate.
Max Miller coming up.
Currently,
I'm not sure what his numbers are.
Currently 3 for 20 on the year. And he fouls that one back. Not the strongest first half of the season for him, but he's got 2 doubles, Of his 3 hits, 2 of them are extra bases.
Well, I mean, speaking of hits, a big thing to look at inside this ball game is that the hits are actually even.
Right.
11-11 when it comes to hits. And it's a
9-run ball game.
Yeah. It's a 12-3 ball game.
That's pretty powerful. The face and the stance that you just had.
I am very disappointed in how this team has been playing today. Being the voice of a team, usually I usually don't get attached to a team. Like, I wouldn't say that I'm attached to the Indiana State Sycamores. However, I've gotten attached to this team, and I feel like that's because I've made the personal connections with the players.
No, that's fair.
So I've taken a big liking to this team as a whole.
I've only had a couple like good personal connections with this team because my job is very busy. A lot of the time when I need to know something from the players, I just have somebody else make it, run out and grab for me. And Demetrio grabs that one at second of the pop slide after 60 Oilmen still be 3 after 3 after back at the top of the 7th here on the Region Sports Network.
No one ever called it the great indoors. Get out and join us. Our hands are the tools. The outdoors is our office. And our climate control is the climate. We are the Laborers International Union of North America, the best paid, best trained construction professionals in the state. We build Indiana, and we're ready for you to come build it with us.
You guys are crushing it. See how 8 grams of healthy protein and Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasted and bread. Cheese, 10 more. Go.
I'm getting shredded.
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
These days, it's recommended that you keep your social circle small. Of course, as the original light beer, we've always recommended that. It's Miller time.
Northwest Indiana is unique. It feels like a family. I'm proud to partner with BP for small business development, for supporting homeless shelters. There are many benefits, not only for job creation, but economic growth and development, their commitment to community.
Hear more from Monica and the Whiting community at bp.com/whiting.
Welcome back to Oil City Stadium. New pitcher on the mound for the Northwest Indiana Oilmen and Carter Green. In his 5 innings of work so far, he's given up 5 earned runs for a flat 9 ERA. Right? Yep. That is a 9 ERA, right? Is my math right on that? Yep, flat 9 ERA. Only 4 hits. But Carter Green out of South Suburban College. He's a Homewood, Illinois native.
Homewood's nice.
Coming to you here in the top of the 7th inning, brought to you by Laborers Local 41, currently representing 1,200 members who work in the construction industry in the Northwest Indiana area. They are the fastest growing union of construction workers and one of the most diverse and influential unions representing public service employees. For more information, visit laborers41.com.
They also are the field, I don't know if they're the field owners or just big sponsors.
They sponsor the PNW field in Hammond, also where the Hammond Vikings play.
Yeah, they're the Laborers Local 41 field. That's where the Hammond Vikings play. And that is a beautiful field. We were talking about it before the broadcast about how, I mean, me personally, I love turf fields, but I hate turf base paths.
Fair.
I love dirt base paths just because sliding on it's way nicer. Turf, it gives you a burn. So, I mean, but I would still say that they have like one of, if not the best stadium in this league.
Swing and a miss on Nick Mangano. The shortstop is 1 for 3 on the day. Has a double to center field. The 0-1. And that one is by. Not seeing any other defensive changes out there for the Oilmen. I lied. Number 20 has taken over third base.
A lot of work put in for you today.
Well, that's Gavin Garnica out there.
It's so much better.
And it looks like Kamari's not playing left anymore either. Oh, no, Kamari took over in center. That's a dribbler up the middle. Holmes makes the grab, throw over to first in time. Good grab by Holmes. The throw was even prettier. Rutke barely had to move it all for it. Looks like Kamari Thomas took over in center field. DJ Delaria, the right fielder now. Started the day as the DH. He'll come to the plate, which means somebody new is in left field. It looks like Alonzo Rygoza. Can't be 100% certain on that. First pitch to Delaria is a ball.
And Delari's no longer sitting inside that DH position because he's now playing right field.
That looks like Alonzo Rygo's out there. On the outside corner for strike one.
Try to somewhat frame it as a batter for a ball. Leaned into it.
Takes that one high. 2-1 now.
And we're in the 7th, so if it's comeback time, it's time to get something.
Yeah,
out.
it's now.
It's now or
is
never.
Now or never here. Ball outside. Now a 3-1 count here with one out.
But the run rule is not in effect anymore.
Not as of now. It's a 1 run away, though, for the Oilmen. So in the bottom of the 7th, all it would take is a solo shot from Nate Brumfield, the designated hitter, in the leadoff spot. And that one will walk Delaria, so free base now with one out.
And you said Delari is a team leader, or a top 3 player on the team when it comes to stolen bases, I believe.
Delaria is, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right.
And he didn't play that many games, I don't believe.
Fouled off. Delaria's tied for second on the team in stolen bases.
And he's played 3 games. He's played 3 games and has 3 stolen bases.
Right now it's the catcher Jerkadis, who's 2 for 3 on the day with 2 singles. The 0-1 is low. Those lights starting to come into play here at Oil City Stadium. Looking at some pink clouds out there in the distance. Still a little blue on top of us, but the sun surely starting to hide.
So it should be a beautiful day tomorrow. You know what I'm talking about, right? The little rhyme.
I do not know what you're talking about.
Red sky at night, sailor's delight. Red sky in the morning is a sailor's warning. So if the sky is red at night, it's going to be a good day tomorrow. And if the sky is red inside the morning, it's going to be a bad day.
Here's the 1-2. Had a lot of break on it. Did not find the zone. Count now even.
Wait, you fish, right?
I do not fish.
You don't? Jovi Savalio fishes, our PA announcer. So, I mean, it won't be heard on the broadcast, but Jovi, have you heard the saying of, like, blows from the west, they bite the best. Blow from the east, they bite the least. North is never, south is seldom. Yeah, okay. So he's heard that. Seth, have you heard that before?
Nope.
It's talking about, like, where fish bite. And it's actually, like, it's actually true. Like, when the wind blows from the west, they always bite. They bite at almost everything.
Next pitch is inside, walks Jerkadis. Now 2 on with 1 out. Carter Green has a fastball, slider, and changeup, so not very different than what we saw earlier today. I don't know what's going on next to me.
You and the Dougie. I mean, this game is – every game inside this league is entertaining no matter what the score is. However, I feel like 9 runs is the worst score to be up by because you're 1 run away from a run rule.
Right.
And you're up to where the other team's most likely not coming back.
Yeah.
So you got to play extra
play.
innings for what?
Right.
However, it could be comeback season.
Could be. And a liner right up the middle. It will drop. Drew Church makes the play at 2. Will they get him at 1? Got him! It's a Midwest Orthopedics double play to end the top of the 7th inning. It's time to stretch here at Oil City Stadium. When we come back, Oilmen look to put the run rule in effect and go home early here on the Region Sports Network.
We don't go to the office. We build it. This is a truism with Ironworkers Local 395 and the Northwest Indiana Contractors Association. Our goal is to exceed our customers' expectations. We provide a skilled, OSHA-trained, drug-free workforce. as well as many other certifications from our 4-year training program. Every time you hire an iron worker from Local 395, you should feel confident that you are receiving highly trained, highly skilled, and drug-free journeymen and apprentices who take their job and your project seriously. For more information, contact us at 219-763-7900 or ironworkers395.com.
Who is the IBEW? We're the people who bring the power to your home, the ones who make sure your phone calls and internet keep speeding along. We build things like schools and hospitals. We bring the biggest shows and sporting events to the world, keep America's railroads on the right track, help cities, states, and the federal government work for you. And we proudly build products made in the USA. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, the IBEW.
Wait! Let me help! Land of Frost! Premium meat! Delicious! And no byproducts!
Toss it in.
Et moi?
Okay. Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
Welcome back to Oil City Stadium. Bottom of the 7th inning. We have a beautiful 7th inning stretch here, accompanied by Jovi Savalio, our public address announcer. Let's try that again. Public address announcer.
There we go.
PAA. Coming to you here in the bottom of the 7th. Stephen Combs in his first 2 innings, only 19 pitches. Looking pretty strong here. The Oilmen 1 run away from ending this thing early. It'll be Nate Brumfield that will kick us off and get things started. Matt Rutke should be the man. He's batting in the 3 hole. It looks like we might have a new man on deck. Ryan Hartz might be getting pulled out of the game here.
I mean, this is your time to start pulling, guys.
This is the time for subs.
The whole thing is when you sub in people, I would say you put in your guys that are the best hitters on your team to try to have the best chance of having this run rule go in effect. Because if they score 1 run here, the game's over.
Yeah. All right, Nate Brumfield's 1 for 3. Designated hitter has struck out twice but got a single in the infield. Takes ball 1 down and away. No, absolutely not. Press box always gets a little crazy in the 7th inning. Can we try and just stay consistent with professionalism, please?
I'll try my hardest.
Please.
I will try.
We're
my
1
hardest,
run away from ending the game. Can we just keep it together?
You think you're 1 run away from ending the game, but I'm telling you, this is going a full 9 in comeback season.
If you think you're winning this game, no. You are incorrect. You were also incorrect when you said we were going to strike out Luis Termero, and 2 seconds later, he hit a nuke over the Whiting Oilers sign out there in left field.
I can't go back.
That one will walk Nate Brumfield. The game-ending run is on first base.
He's just setting up for a double play.
Okay, so this is a new pinch hitter here. It's number 36. That should be Adana Barca.
Is this the guy that you were saying was the... No, this is not the person.
He's 5'6".
Okay, so
he's our short guy.
This is the dude that you were saying was...
And that's a little dribbler. Oh, it's going to land over in right field. Nate Brumfield round in second, coming to third. It'll put runners on the corners. Beautiful line drive on the first pitch to Adon. And he gets the job done where he needs. The game-ending run out there on third base, no outs, and it's Matt Rutke, 1 for 3 on the day. It's comeback season, right, James?
I mean, I was thinking it was comeback season. This team was playing everything great together. Just 1 hit away from ending this ball game. However, you never know.
Big swing and a miss.
It is looking bleak, however. Is it an automatic end to the game?
Yep.
So it's not,
essentially a walk-off.
But is it like how college is where it's up to the umpire? Or does the umpire have to call it?
I think it's technically up to the umps.
See, because
our
umpires never call it.
Ron Orms has been enforcing this pretty much the most.
Our our umpires at ISU usually don't call it.
It depends. Matt Rutke pops that one up. It's in the infield. Demetrio Gazar makes the grab on it, and that's the first out to keep runners on the corners. Gazar had to cover some ground there and take over Steinhilber's position, which is the right call, by the way. The second baseman is supposed to come in on those. Now his second at-bat as an Oilman. It's Derek Holmes. And because we just met him today, we don't have anything on this guy. And he grounds that one over to second. They need to turn two to keep it alive. They get one. He's safe at first. The Oilmen win. 10-run rule in effect on the fielder's choice, and that's the ball game.
Yeah, I mean, that throw was, a little bit hesitated on. So he could have made that throw, I believe, in enough time, but a lot of speed there by Holmes, so the throw was hard to make and was not made inside time.
So we get to the 10-run rule here in Whiting, Indiana. We're going to take a quick break here on the Region Sports Network. When we come back, a lot to cover here in the postgame show. We'll be right back.
No one ever called it the great indoors. Get out and join us. Our hands are the tools. The outdoors is our office. And our climate control is the climate. We are the Laborers International Union of North America, the best paid, best trained construction professionals in the state. We build Indiana, and we're ready for you to come build it with us.
You guys are crushing it. See how 8 grams of healthy protein in Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasted and bread. Cheese, 10 more. Go.
I'm getting shredded.
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost premium meat.
These days, it's recommended that you keep your social circle small. Of course, as the original light beer, we've always recommended that. It's Miller time.
Northwest Indiana is unique. It feels like a family. I'm proud to partner with BP for small business development, for supporting homeless shelters. There are many benefits, not only for job creation, but economic growth and development, their commitment to community.
Hear more from Monica and the Whiting community at bp.com/whiting.
Welcome back here to Oil City Stadium. It's the post-game show here on the Region Sports Network. Seth Berquist alongside James Chalice. Run rule put in effect here in this 13-3 ball game, James. From the Griffith General's perspective of things, I know you were saying a lot of negative things during the game. All right.
I don't want to talk about it.
Look, I was just saying you were saying a lot of negative things about this team during the game, just about how they were recovering from being behind early.
So a big thing with this team now, number one, they had that, I would consider it a lucky win versus the Oilmen earlier in the year. However, I think that this team, this is a big part in missing Camden Smith, who has been on a 7-game hit streak. So for that guy, and inside his last game, he had an .833 on-base percentage in his last game. He had a .750 batting average. So this guy who, hit a 2-run moonshot the last time he was here over that left field wall. This guy has been a great hitter on your team. He's been doing well fielding. He hasn't made a lot of errors this year. I feel like that's a big reason why they lost today. But I also feel like they've been leaving men on base, which is seen by the final hit count of this game being 12 for the Oilmen and 11 for the Generals. They've been able to get their hits. They've been able to get on base. Now, they're not able to get into home, which I think is something that needs to be addressed with this ball game, or with this Balls team.
Well, I'm glad you brought up the box score. So the final box score here from tonight's game, Griffith Generals, 3 runs on 11 hits, no errors in the field. Northwest Indiana Oilmen, 13 runs on 12 hits, 1 error out in the field. It seems like here in the Northern League, we either get 10 runs or 10 errors in a game, or we get very, very little, like we just saw one today. I don't know if that's due to pitching or if the fielders are just having a good day. But yet, is there anything you have to say just about the lack of errors that we saw today?
I think that a lot of the I think there were more mental errors than anything, but mental errors can't be put down on a piece of paper. And I feel like if those mental errors were marked down on a piece of paper, there would be like 10 errors, like you said, on the Generals side. It seems like this Generals team either plays absolutely phenomenal, lights out, they shoot them out, or they just don't get anything going. And they couldn't get anything going today. The reigning pitcher of the week, Brendan Smith, could not get anything going today, could not get hot after coming off of his 9 strikeout performance.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the mental errors that you're talking about for the Griffith Generals, probably most of them go to Brendan Smith, right? The mental load that you have to take after giving up 4 runs in an inning is very difficult.
And a home run like right away.
Right, and then you have to think about the next inning. You're already feeling that mental load. You give up another 4. Like, there's no mentally coming back from that.
And
you already have accepted that you've taken the loss on the mound. It's so hard to try and keep putting consistent numbers up for the next 5 innings.
Well, that's why I say that baseball is a big sport where, yeah, it's a team sport, but it's an individual effort. So, like, you're on that mound by yourself. It's not like you're in the infield where you can shout at each other. When you're in the mound, you're trying to lock in and just be, like, on the same wavelength as your catcher and try to know what the batter's going to swing at. So it's really difficult to be a pitcher. That's why I could never be a pitcher. But I do think that a lot of these mental errors do go to him. I feel like it was just an off day for him. Same with the Griffith Generals. I feel like they're missing the people that are keys inside their starting lineup. But I don't know. I feel like on the next Northern 9 podcast, a good idea to talk about would be left on base.
Left on base is a big one.
I know very much about that.
It seems like the Generals are having a rough go-around with left on base. You already kind of hinted at it earlier here in this post-game show, but Luis Romero put one over the wall. He gets the Midwest Orthopedics Player of the Game. The only way to ensure that you are this athletic is with Midwest Orthopedics. Everyday performers trust their physicians to help them make fast and complete recoveries. To be your best, see the best with Midwest Orthopedics. Luis Romero, 2 for 3 on the day with 2 runs, 3 RBI, a nice little 2-run shot out there over the left field wall. James, before we sign off, any last words about tonight's game?
I just feel like there was a lot going on behind the scenes with this Generals team. Maybe they're a little bit tired, something going on, but I cannot wait to see what they can do with Luke Fasseth versus the Elkhart County Miracle.
It's going to be a very exciting matchup. I'm going to make sure to try and tune into it the best I can. That brings us to the end of another exciting game here at Oil City Stadium. Tomorrow, your Oilmen host the Elkhart County Miracle for Superhero Night, so you're playing the Hammond Vikings, James.
My bad.
Come on out repping your favorite superhero for Superhero Night. First pitch is set for 6:35 p.m. Before we sign off, a huge thank you to James Chalice, not only for being my color commentator, but running production truck for the first time in, like, nearly a half a decade.
Yes.
And also a huge thank you to Jovi Savaglio for helping me keep up with statistics throughout the game. And, of course, a massive thank you to all of you, the fans, for tuning in and making us a part of your evening. We truly appreciate your support. One final time here from beautiful Whiting, Indiana. Final score for today's matchup. The Northwest Indiana Oilmen beat the Griffith Generals by a score of 13-3. For all of us here in the Oilmen organization, this is Seth Berquist reminding you to create your own extraordinary and tune in next time on the Region Sports Network.